Shalom, Kal Halal Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Waha, Rachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to Yaaki pushing his word in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. This is Amathia back at you again. I wanted to go into a quick lesson. Lord willing, this will be edifying to the elect of Israel. And I wanted to go into this quick video here. It says 3 minutes 22 seconds long, and it says United Nations Compendium of Recommended Practices. Let me open this up for biometric and counter terrorism. And this is just for fair use only. And you see it where it says 5 years ago. This is something that the prophecies are basically standing. We see the things that are panning out is what the Lord has placed in the scriptures for us to read, to digest, to receive it by He opening our eyes and to project it to the nation of Israel, let them know what's coming. All right. And this is actually here. Now I'm gonna go ahead and play this, and we're gonna Lord willing, this will be edifying, and I'm gonna get an article as well. Because this is what the like I say, when you think about the United Nations, these are the nations that are united to what? To be as one, to bring forth what? The N to the W to the O. The order of the new world. What they're getting ready to set up.
So Roger, we are here today to launch the Compendium of Good Practices for the use of biometrics to counter terrorism. Tell me a bit more, what is this compendium? Why have we written this for United Nations Counter-Terrorism Executive Directorate?
Thanks, Isabel. We were asked by the United Nations to pull together some recommended good practices for using biometrics in counter-terrorism. So we have used our cross-section of members within the Institute to create this compendium.
Excellent. And Roger, can you tell me, some of the recommendations, maybe just a flavor of what this compendium contains?
Yes, certainly. It's in three main parts, Isabel. The first part deals with very basic biometric systems and explains to those with little or no knowledge of biometrics how biometrics are used. The second part looks at governance and regulation, and it looks at balancing the use of biometrics with international law, human rights law, ethics, data protection and privacy. And it also looks at vulnerabilities of biometric systems and the procurement of biometric systems, which is important for developing nations. And the final section deals with the current use of biometrics in counter-terrorism across national and international borders, and considers some of the important concepts of using biometrics in counter-terrorism in the future, such as international data sharing and using biometrics to be proactive so that we can prevent acts of terrorism as well as investigate them.
It sounds fascinating, Roger. And is there anything similar currently available?
No, this is, to our knowledge, this is the first compendium of its sort to be produced, and United Nations have led on this, and they've required the Biometrics Institute to support because there was no other source of information on this subject.
And what's going to happen now that the compendium will be launched here today? What's the next step?
The phase 2 of the project will be a series of international workshops run by the United Nations in partnership with the Biometrics Institute, and these will be delivered regionally around the globe to introduce biometrics to those countries that have little or no experience of them, and also to help the more advanced countries who use biometrics to develop them specifically in the sphere of counter-terrorism.
Excellent, Roger. Well, thank you so much for taking the lead on this project with the consortiums of partners that have worked with the Biometrics Institute. And good luck today. Thank you.
Now, what is that going to do to stop, like say, the T to the rhythms? You know what I'm saying? This is something that they're going to use as an excuse to bring forth this type of technology into everyone's homes. All right, you, your children, everyone. Right, and this is going to lead up what from your fingertips to what something they're going to put inside you. All right. Now, I'm gonna pull up this article, but this is what's going on right now. You show that was 5 years ago. They said they want to get it for the not so developed countries and the most advanced in the developed countries, right? And they want to implement this biometrics within this, right? Even when you go to the doctor now, I know even in my job when they want you to go get physicals every year at the beginning of the year, and what do they say? They don't call it physicals. They do physical, but they say, well, can you get your biometrics done? You know, your weight, your different they call it your biometrics. They basically trying to tune you to it, try to, keep putting this word up till it becomes a norm and comfortable. And this is what they're saying they're setting up. And like I said, it's gonna be where it's gonna become a mandatory thing. Now look at this. This is fragment.com. I'm saying it correctly. All right, this came out May 17th, 2024. And what did it say? Kuwait, mandatory biometric fingerprinting for citizens, residents, and GCC nations. Right? Now, we go down here. It says updated May 17th, 2024. It says the Ministry of Interior has extended the deadline to complete the mandatory biometric fingerprinting process to September 30th, 2024. And where are we at? We're 4 days away from that. Today is the 26th. It says for all other Kuwait residents, including citizens of other Gulf Corporation's council countries. All right, and including them. Now, you think these are the only countries that's going to be receiving this? No, it's going to be extended, all right, throughout all these other countries. Now, it says March 1st, 2024, effective March 1st, 2024, Kuwait citizens and residents and citizens of other Gulf Corporative Council countries age 18 and above must undergo mandatory biometrics. I'm going to read that again. I kind of stumbled over it. Effective March 1st, 2024, Kuwaiti citizens and residents and citizens of other Gulf Cooperative Council countries aged 18 and above must undergo mandatory biometric fingerprinting for the country's central biometric database within a 3-month time frame ending on June 1st. So if you're 18 or older, this is something, it's mandatory. You must have it. All right. And they're going to give you 3 months to get it done. These individuals can use the Sahel app, if I'm saying it correctly, to schedule their biometric fingerprinting appointment at the center set up by the Ministry of Interior, which includes location and land borders. All right, it says the Kuwait International Airport Securities Directorates of Governance and designated commercial complexes. During the 3-month period, these individuals can continue to leave Kuwait but must go and undergo fingerprinting upon their return. So if you leave and you ain't got it, you cannot come back unless you get this taken care of. Foreign nations who do not comply with this new rule will have all transactions suspended with the Ministry of Interior, such as renewing their resident visas or obtaining or renewing their driver license. So, as it says, if you of a foreign nation, all right, and you're not basically complying by the new rules, you're gonna have stuff revoked. So if you're in our country, you're gonna have your stuff revoked if you don't apply by our new rules. Don't that sound familiar? And this is gonna come all over. This is not just gonna be in Kuwait. All right, it gotta start somewhere. And we already got these what they call it. They used to call it with the real IDs. All this is just trying to implement what? Going all the way to what? The C here. All right, the MOT to the B. This is the start of it. This is actually happening. Like I said, we're 4 days away for the people in Kuwait is going to be mandatory because they're trying to say is the T-risms, which that is going to be expanded definitely in the U.S., definitely throughout the world. All right. What's that old Daddy Bush, the original George Bush? He said that they trying to set up what the N to the W to the O, and they will be successful. So he said it on that roughly paraphrasing on that how he said it. All right. All this must have and this must gotta happen and you gotta perform this. What did that remind you of? Just think about it. This is Revelations 13, right? In verse 16. All right. You know what? Let me go on down. I'm gonna go up here. All right. It says, verse 15, that he had power to give unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So if you're not going with this, right? Because it's what? It's mandatory. If you're not going to comply once this thing is implemented throughout the world, all right, because this is when Esau really getting to a point where he think he got a short time and he's about to fill his belly as well. If you don't get with the program, they saying, hey, we could put you to death. You can already have people just giving in because they want to receive food because they're going to be neglecting you because they're going to be rationing out food. All right, it's going to be all type of pestilence going on. So you can have people that's going to be willing to do this, but you're going to have some that's not going to want to do, especially the elect. And what they're going to do, they're going to look to what? Put us to death. Lord willing, I'm part of that number. And you be like, damn, that sounds crazy. Saying they probably get put to death and you're part of that number. Hey, I'm Lord willing, I stay strong and you know and stay rooted through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, continue rooted and built up in them. This reads in Colossians. All right, now look at this, because he said they will seek to kill you if you don't react to the image of the beast. All right, because we see the beast system and we see this image. We see the things that are molded. He's molding into what? Into today's time. Verse 16, and he calls us both. All right. He calls us all. Slack. He calls us all. Okay. All is when you go into all. What is it? Everything. Everyone. Now both, and this is going to reiterate right here. Both small and great. All right. It's both small and great, rich and poor. And you can be like, well, what are you in the medium? No, it's between it. All, remember? Rich and poor, free and bond. If you're in jail, if you locked up, incarcerated, or you walking around here free, this is mandatory. All right. If you got all type of money, or if you don't have no money, you can be on the streets. No matter. This is mandatory. All right. And what does it do? Free and bond to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Right? And this is mandatory. And if you don't receive it, what's gonna happen? It says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. All right, so you won't be able to buy, sell, do anything. And what did the guy just say? And I'm gonna go back into this. All right. It says, I'm going to go jump right here where it says these. Here it says, these individuals can use the C Hall application, schedule their biometric fingertips, appointment at the center set by the Ministry of Interior, which includes location and land border, the Kuwait International Airport. Security decorates the governance of the design commercial complexes. During the 3-month period, these individuals can continue to leave Kuwait but must undergo fingerprinting upon their return. Foreign nations who do not comply with this new rule will have all transactions suspended with the Ministry of Interior, such as renewing their resident visas or renewing their driver license. All right, and this is gonna go for you even trying to receive food. All right, that's why I said it calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive their mark in the right hand or in their forehead. All right, that no man might buy or sell save he has the mark. So this is gonna come down to that. All right, and we're seeing it happening in real time. All right, so I just wanted to point that out. Lord willing, this was edifying. I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Waha, Rachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to Yahweh and pushing his word and truth and sincerity. Shalom.